Here's what's up, guys. I'm hungry. Out just like I am so glad this is the last night. Is my battery dying? It's still recording. I think that hey guys, so this week Josh and I are going to be trying something that I have wanted to do for quite a while now. We have decided we are going to try to do the military 3-day diet. Now, the military 3-day diet is said to be a food combination diet in which you lose 10 pounds in 3 days. Now, originally, the kind of allure of this diet to me was that you could lose such a high amount of fat in such a short amount of time. And from what we now know about food combining and food combination diets, it really sounds like this one is really more of a caloric deficit diet. It's about 900 calories a day. What really makes this diet kind of interesting to me and why I want to try it is it's very different than other diets. It has a format where you can have a wide range of macros. You can have carbs in the form of bread and fats in the form of ice cream, which I'm totally okay with. I really just want to try it to see how my body will react to it and if I will lose any weight at all, and how my body will react to it differently than Josh's, who obviously has a very different body type and different metabolism than I do. And B, just to kind of get some willpower back and get my head not so much into a diet mindset, but into a mindset of not having to eat 4 desserts every night. So we are gonna go head out and get some groceries, and we'll see how it goes. I am going to put links down in the description below for the format of the diet and what you can have at each meal period. And I will also add a link down below for substitutions that you can use if you have allergies or just certain diet restrictions that you personally have. I know that personally I am going to be swapping out some of the meat protein options for plant-based proteins. So let's go. Yeah. Say what kind of vanilla? It's a vanilla. Alright guys, we are back from grocery shopping and I'll give you a little haul of what we got, but you'll see a majority of it throughout the days. A couple of the days actually have, it's like 5 saltines with lunch. There is tuna. We have eggs, which I will be eating eggs and cheese. I know I'm mostly plant-based, but I still do consume occasionally eggs and cheese and dairy products. So I have cottage cheese. We have the ice cream. It calls for frozen green beans, so we got some of those. Veggies, we got the broccoli and the carrots. One morning it calls for a grapefruit, and we got Josh an orange, as well as Greek yogurt. We have some apples. It does call to have a small apple for, I believe, their lunch one day or a couple of the days. Bananas, and then what I think is very odd, it calls for hot dogs one of the days for lunch, but I have some tofu here that I will be having, as well as garbanzo beans for whenever else there is a time to have some protein. It's the morning of day 1. I'm going to get some coffee in me and then we can weigh in. Alright guys, let's talk while I do this. The diet says that you can have a cup of coffee or a cup of tea with caffeine for breakfast, but we usually have lattes or espressos or Americanos. We just have espresso, so I am going to try to just drink some watered down espresso. I probably could add some stevia or like a sugar alternative, but I'm gonna try to not do that because they say that it will just, you know, really just make you crave sugars throughout the day. I usually do it anyways. I don't think that it would mess up the diet at all to have a 0-calorie sugar in my coffee, and by day 3 maybe I will, but let's see how this goes. Alright guys, weigh in day 1. Hey guys, so as you saw, I came in at about 145 pounds, which is fairly normal for me. It's a little high, but I tend to fluctuate anywhere between 2 and 5 pounds a day, which is completely normal. So I am 5'9", 5'10"-ish, so that's a pretty good weight for me, I think. And if I was to lose 10 pounds and get down to 135, I think that would be kind of ridiculous. Even when I was like hardcore dieting and exercising extremely hard, getting down to 138-ish was pretty much like where my weight would stop. It's really hard for me to get under that, and I think that anywhere around 140 really is just fine for my body. So we will see. Grapefruit and toast.
Yeah, that's our daily.
Yep, you got an orange in there. 2 tablespoons of peanut butter is way more than I thought.
Yeah, right.
Alright guys, I finished my workout and took a shower, and now it is time for lunch. This is what we got. Ooh, it's so exciting. So it's a half a cup of tuna and a slice of toast and either a cup of coffee or a cup of tea. I just did a half a can of tuna, make it easy for Josh and I. He can have the other half for lunch. And this is a green tea, a spearmint green tea. And this is actually a wrap opposed to a slice of bread. I am just gonna do some swaps for the bread. Like this wrap, it is a low carb, whole wheat, 90-calorie wrap. So I think it's pretty equivalent to what I would have had for like a slice of whole wheat bread. It's fine. A little boring, especially after a workout. I usually like to have a protein shake, but we can go 3 days without a protein shake. Here's what's up, guys. I'm hungry. I had breakfast and then immediately went out for a run. So the breakfast ended up kind of being too much for going right into a workout. And then I had lunch around 1 o'clock after my workout, and during my workouts I tend to expel a lot of energy. I usually burn around 700 calories, and then my metabolism stays up throughout the afternoon. I usually do have like a shake and then lunch a little later in the afternoon or some sort of snack, and I can't have a snack today. So I went from working out and then having a half a cup of tuna, and now it's around 4 o'clock and we probably won't have dinner until around 7 or 8. So we're struggling. But I am going to have more tea and watch some YouTube and just kind of work on some personal projects that I have to keep my mind busy. It's gonna be the weirdest dinner. Day 2, guys. I have my espresso, and I was looking up the diet plan last night, and almost all of them said that you could have stevia in your coffee, so we're doing it. Alright, guys, well, I just realized it's probably the same sweatshirt I was wearing yesterday, but it is day 2. I just helped Josh with a couple more things on his car, and I am so hungry. As you saw, I lost a few pounds yesterday, and this morning we are having an egg and a piece of toast and a half of a banana. So I have some eggs boiling on the stove right now. I threw a couple extra in for later, but we're gonna go hard-boiled egg, piece of toast, and a banana. Half of a banana. We're going very beige for breakfast. This is our dinner day 2. We have 2 hot dogs, carrots, broccoli, and a half a banana each. I am having plant-based sausage tonight. How do you feel about the diet so far?
It's okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's a little restricting, and it's a little
It's just boring.
odd. Yeah.
Boring. Nothing fun. That's
No.
alright.
This is a good dinner. This will be the largest one, and especially compared to tomorrow night.
Last night's was a big dinner.
Yeah, last night's was good. And we had ice cream last night, and we get ice cream again tonight. Yay!
of the leg. Your left leg. Pop the arms. Unfold. Duck. Squat. And sway.
Hey guys, I know I look a little crazy. I just finished my workout, but I really just wanted to hop in and say that if you are someone who is stuck in a rut with your workouts, or you're just starting out, or you just have gotten so bored of your workout routine, I would highly recommend dancing. And I know it sounds silly and odd and something that isn't always related to workouts and losing fat or whatever, but I've got to tell you guys, I just burned 640 calories by just dancing, and it kind of is a great way to just like throw something in midweek just to switch up from a regular cardio or lifting or yoga. I have a lot of fun with it, and I really like this body jam hashtag like Nina with Nina Dungrave, and it's just really fun and something to switch things up. What is for lunch today?
One piece of toast, so I got this bagel here. And
Nice.
one egg.
Oh man.
Right? I cooked it in butter.
What a cheater.
Grown ass man. What I want. Yeah.
Well, you skipped lunch on the first day, right? So
Yeah.
butter.
I'm gonna eat that after this.
Okay. Oh, it sounds good. I am so glad this is the last night. I am so hungry. Alright guys, last meal of the military 3-day diet. It is a cup of tuna and it's supposed to be half a banana, but we have some small bananas, so I think it's gonna be alright. Ready for it to be over. How you doing?
I'm ready for it to be over.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Pizza tomorrow.
Pizza tomorrow.
Whoop whoop. Alright you guys, it is the day after the 3-day diet, so let's see how we did. So I lost 3 pounds, and I lost it all in the first day. I've got to be honest, I think that the lack of calories has really slowed down my metabolism, and also this is a pretty good weight for me, so I think it would take a little bit different of a method of diet and exercise prolonged for me to get much lower than this. I am going to go eat some food, and then we will talk a little bit more later about overall what I thought. Alright guys, so let's talk about this diet a little bit. In conclusion, I lost 3.2 pounds, but that was the weight that I had lost in the first day, and then nothing in the next couple of days. Josh didn't weigh himself in the beginning, but he feels like he's still in the range that he was prior. So I do think that if you have an event to go to or something that you just want to look slim at, this would be a good diet just to kind of get rid of some of the food that's in your body and just lose a couple of pounds just prior to an event. It has enough macros so that your body is technically getting enough of the nutrients, and I'm not gonna lie, having been trying to be more plant-based in the last few months, in the afternoons I was usually feeling extremely nauseous, and I wasn't feeling that these last 3 days. I think that having the eggs and the tuna and things like that really bumped up my protein, which is something that I will need to focus more on in the future, because I did feel alright, but I was hungry in the afternoons and in the evenings. Some of the food combinations were a little weird. I personally liked all of the foods that were in the diet. I like eggs and tuna and cottage cheese, but I know those are like huge categories of food that a lot of people, I feel, don't really enjoy. So if you don't like those, this is not the diet for you. The combinations and also the placement, you don't have to eat your meals at a certain time, but I like to work out and then have lunch, and then having an entire cup of cottage cheese after a 2-hour workout was just something that, I don't know if it was mentally or it really just did not make me feel great. That would be something I would probably just do for dinner after having let my stomach settle. Some of the meals were kind of filling. The last day was definitely a strict calorie deficit. But you felt good after. I think it's mostly because of the amount of protein that you're allowed to have. It'll keep you satiated for a little while. But I would have to say, I don't think this would be a sustainable diet, and especially for me. It is so low in calories that you do feel hungry in the afternoons, and I'm the type of person that like eventually I would just like eat an entire box of crackers and be like, I can't do this. That being said, the diet is technically a month-long diet, 3 days on of what we just did, 4 days of a 1500 calorie diet of your choice, and then 3 days on and so on for the entire month. They say that is more sustainable weight loss and just a sustainable diet in general. I don't plan to do that. I did calculate all of the calories per day. It was around 1,000 calories a day, which isn't terrible. It's not my favorite. I think really what it was for me is like I was just craving something that was like vegetables, I guess. Like I would have been totally fine last night. I had tuna, whatever, tuna and banana, that combo wasn't great. But if I just had like some greens, if I would have had spinach and tomatoes and onions and cucumbers, could have made it like into a salad. If it just had more fiber rich foods and more vegetables, it would be more sustainable for me. Also, those things don't really add a whole lot of calories into your diet anyways. So I think just having some vegetables mixed in there with the eggs and cottage cheese would really give it some variety that I was craving throughout the 3 days. But overall, not bad. I do feel slimmer. Do I think it's gonna last? No, probably not. But it really is good if you just want to like feel slim for a party, which I also don't promote. I think that losing 2 pounds before a party isn't anything special. Overall, it wasn't terrible, and I think it's a good way to start getting myself into a mindset where I'm more appreciative for the foods that I'm eating and just take my time eating and be more conscious of when and what I'm eating instead of just like snacking throughout the day and so on. But I am going to have pizza tonight and I am so excited. If you want me to try something else, you can leave it in the comments below, or if you've tried this and had different results or the same results, let me know. But just remember that you are beautiful exactly the way you are.